Hello all, welcome to Pamita AI World. So all the English medium students, here I come again to teach you the Pearson correlation coefficients. Although the theoretical part of this particular topic is already recorded in my previous videos, so it's my humble request that you should just watch that video, theoretical video of that particular topic, Pearson correlation coefficient. Here I'll gonna teach you how Pearson correlation coefficient is used in data science, the mathematical part. Fine. So mathematical part is not tough, because if you are, of course you are studying with Pamita, so I just taking the guarantee of all you students that this tough topic would be like easiest cake for you. You can eat it easily, just in a glance. Fine. Like I ate my birthday cake, like you, likewise you will understand this topic very easily. So let's jump to the topic. So what is Pearson correlation coefficients? I'm just taking one example here. What is the example? Let's suppose in a school, uh, students are given 20 questions, and out of 20 questions they have given the correct answer of 10 questions. Fine. So 10 questions answers they have given, and the marks they got is 17, 13, 12, 15, 16, 14, 16, 18, 19. Fine. So this is our X, and this very same students, they have gone through the aptitude test also, and in aptitude test, that is we will call Y, and in aptitude test they got the marks 94, 73, 59, 80, 93, 85, 66, 79, 77, 91. Fine. So our main motto is to calculate R. Look, what is correlation? Correlation is we have to see some we can say relationship between two variables. And what are the two variables? Variables are X and Y. These are two variables. And what is the addition of X variable here? First, to calculate, our formula is X minus X bar. So first we will calculate X minus X bar, and X bar is nothing but the mean, or we can say average. And of course I hope you all students should know the very basic that how we calculate average. So average of X variable here would be how much we will add all these marks, and and we'll divide that these marks by 10, because the numbers are 10. So how much it would be? It would be, first we'll add all these things, and the final answer would come. After addition we'll divide that by 10, because these are 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fine. So after addition divided by 10, we'll get the answer 15.6 here. Fine. Same way, what it would come? It would come X bar. And what is Y bar? Y bar would be same we'll do, and Y bar would come 79.7. How much? 79.7 would come. And how much X minus X bar would come? It would come, first we will see 17 minus, will subtract 15.6 X bar, any average, that would be 15.6. How much it would come? It would come 1.4 here. For the first, and for the second it would come likewise 13 minus 15.6, it would come minus 2.6. And the next would come 12 minus 15.6. How much it would come? 3.6. Likewise we will calculate like this. Same way we'll do for Y minus Y bar. y bar is how much? 79. I'm writing y bar here, 79.7. Fine. So first we will how much y is 94 minus 79.7. How much it would come? It would come 14.3. Likewise, we will do the rest part. Our main focus would be the formula. Fine. So in formula, these last three are very important. Fine. These last three are very important because they are directly applying to the formula here. So what we will do here, x minus x bar multiply y minus y bar. This is the same thing, x minus x bar multiply y minus y bar. So how much is x minus x bar? Is 1.4. 1.4 multiply y minus y bar, how much it is? 14.3. And this is the sign of summation. Summation means add karna, addition. Fine. Summation means addition. So how much it would come after multiplying? How much it would come? 1.4 multiply 4.3. It would come 20.02 somewhere. Fine. And the next same way for second part it would come 17.42. And after multiplying we'll add that particular thing, that is called summation. And the same way x minus x bar whole square. So this is the thing, x minus x bar, that's the whole square. When we'll do 1.4 ka whole square, how much it would come? 1.4 ka whole square, it would come approximately x minus 1.4 multiply 1.4, it would come approximately 1.96. Fine. For the next value minus 2.6 ka whole square, how much it would come? Minus 2.6 ka whole square, it would come 6.76. Likewise we will do the same thing. How much is y minus y bar ka whole square? Here y minus y bar is 14.3. So we will do 14.3 ka whole square. How much it would come? It would come 204.49. Fine. And the same way last one would come 44.89. And likewise we will do the again same thing. So after doing these all calculation, what we will get in the last? After summation, addition, what we will get in the last? We will get 134.8. Fine. Here what we will get? 42.4. Fine. And the last one would come 1206.1. Okay, don't get afraid of all this calculation, because in data science when you will apply formula, computer will give you the backend also. All the calculation computer would done. But here for your information, for your knowledge, I'm teaching you in a detailed way that what is and how is R is calculated in Pearson correlation coefficients. So this directly came. So what the value of summation of x minus x bar? multiply y minus y bar is coming 134.8 divided by square root of summation of x minus x bar का whole square is how much? 42.4 multiply 1206.1, and in the last after doing whole calculation, how much value would come? It would come 0.596. The value of r would come 0.596. Our main crux of all these things here are value of r. So look, according to the theory, if you will go through the last videos of theoretical part of correlation coefficients, the value of r should be -1 to +1. So 0.596 comes under positive. So by just seeing the value in data science or in artificial intelligence of r, which means Pearson correlation coefficients, we can say the positive value means there is strong correlation. There is strong correlation between x and y variable. Fine. If value came here -5.96, then we would say that there is no correlation between the correct answers and aptitude test. Fine. And we will neglect the correlation between the data sets of model. Fine. So this is the main idea behind correlation coefficients. And all this theoretical part is simple addition and subtraction and multiplication. Although the table is looking horrible or difficult to understand here, but if you know the basics idea of mathematics like addition, subtraction, it is nothing. You can calculate it by our calculator. So this is our main focus is on r value. Even when we will build the AI model, our main focus would be r, so that we can calculate the variables correlation. What is the relationship between the two variables, whether they are correlated or not. If they are correlated, we will put that variable in our data sets. If they are not, we will reject that data from the data sets of AI model. So this is the idea behind Pearson correlation coefficient in artificial intelligence. Thanks a lot for watching this video, all the English medium students, and thank you for trusting Pamita AI World. If you like my video, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Keep learning. Happy learning.